Hi, I'm Ryan Kircher, Senior Additive Manufacturing Engineer at RMS Company, and today we're going to be looking at machining of additive manufacturing products. With me I have Aaron Glanz, who's our cell lead for the Additive Milling department here at RMS. Aaron, can you tell me how often you guys are machining the products that are made on the additive systems?
We machine the majority of the parts that are coming off the printers here at RMS.
I thought that additive manufacturing was supposed to replace conventional manufacturing and machining. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
We see it more as a complementary process. The printers cannot hold the tight tolerance that a mill can or a lathe can. So things like your threads and your mating features need to be machined on here in order to meet the print that the customer provided. Then you have your more organic and porous structures, and that's the things that only a printer can do, but a mill cannot do. Or if it did do, it would take a long time to do.
Can you explain to me a little bit about how the additive milling department's different than our orthopedic milling department? Like, what's different about machining additive parts than machining stuff from wrought or bar stock?
Well, it is the same in the sense that it is titanium, right? But the difference would be we have to have like a near zero scrap mentality, because it takes so much time and money to just even get to our operation in the process that to go back would just be so costly. So beyond that, we also train our people differently. We don't really go off of like a rate. For us, it's all about quality. If the part gets off the machine and it's in print and it's not scrap, that's a win. So in our cell, we don't really push rate, we push quality.
These additive parts, you mentioned they typically have some sort of like complicated lattice structure on them or some organic shapes. How does machining those pose any additional challenges that you don't see with conventional subtractive machining?
Well, it definitely does. Like I said, the organic shapes are a little difficult. What we do now is we work with customers. They maybe have a lug added on that we can hold on to, a hole added that we can probe off of. Anything that we could do prior to actual production to make it easier on ourselves, we do.
Okay, it sounds like that's all kind of some pretty advanced and complicated machining. How did you guys kind of figure all that stuff out?
It was a learning curve, that's for sure. We have a great team here with many, many years experience. RMS has been great by giving us everything that we need in order to be successful.
You mentioned that sometimes it's nice to integrate some sort of locating or fixturing feature on the additive manufacturing part. How does that process typically work?
We work closely with our customers, our engineering group, printing group, and then also machining group, all sit down together and we figure out what is going to be the most efficient and cost-effective way to produce these parts.
And I've noticed that you guys use a lot of typical machining oils and lubricants up here in the milling area. Does that pose any problems with the lattice and core structures?
No, it does not. I know a lot of people steer away from using the cutting fluids, but titanium itself is very hard to cut. And if we were to go without it, we'd be going through tooling like crazy. So we found just to use it, and we've validated our cleaning process so well that we have full confidence that the parts come out of RMS completely clean.
Aaron, can you explain a little bit about the systems that you guys are using in the milling department and why you chose these particular machining centers? So
we went with the Robo Drill. They're not like a high price 5-axis machine. Because a lot of things we're doing are just simple slot in a hole for the doctor's instrument, or just a simple mating feature. These machines are exactly what we need for the parts that we are making. And one thing I will say for sure, they have very few maintenance issues.
Can you tell me what makes RMS unique as far as providing additive manufactured medical devices?
Well, I think the thing that definitely sets us apart is that from cradle to grave, right from the beginning, we have complete process control. Everything that we do here is done underneath this roof. From the printing to the machining to all the post-ops. So you're not sending anything out, having to deal with multiple vendors. Everything can be taken care of under one roof where everyone can communicate and get things accomplished.
Well, thanks for taking the time to speak with us today, Aaron. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching this episode on machining of additive manufacturing products. Tune in for our next video on the additive manufacturing series.